Hey there, folks, and I hope I've got my camera right. Welcome to this video. This is going to be my first of my mid-season reactions for pre-season predictions. I made 25 predictions of Formula E just before the season got underway in Sao Paulo. I got 13 out of 24 last year. I'd quite like to keep up the thing of getting half. Now, whether or not that's going to happen, we'll have to wait and see, because I'm going to have to just compare it, and halfway through the season, I mean, some of this stuff, like next year's calendar hasn't been confirmed, so my calendar predictions and some of my driver predictions results as well, we won't know for certain yet. We can look at trend lines and see what's trending in, what's not. Let's get on with it.
So firstly, there'll be at least 8 different race winners.
There are 5 so far.
And in addition to that, at least 5 different teams will win a race.
Which we got thanks to Envision and Buemi.
Drivers will go back-to-back in wins.
They haven't. Roland has won at 2 different
And
meetings,
at
but
least 2 teams
yeah.
will go back-to-back in wins.
Also hasn't
What I
happened.
mean by
It's
that
just
is,
bam, bam,
say,
bam, bam.
Wehrlein and Da Costa win the 2 Berlin races. That's a back-to-back. I think at least 2 teams will do that. I think also 1 full-time rookie, so Beckman, Maloney, and also then get to extend that to Taylor Barnard. We'll get a podium this season.
I'm so happy with this one because I got it in Sao Paulo. I was like, yes, it's a great
Most
start.
Likely to, but we'll get to the other predictions in a moment.
I was
Because,
tired
well,
recording
I
this.
think
That's
at
a
least
yawn.
2 of the top 5 drivers won't be Porsche or Jag powered.
I think we have
Now,
that at the moment,
last
don't
season,
we?
I tried to predict
Because we have that with Roland.
one of the top 3.
Just trying to think who else there is.
But I was unsuccessful with that one. In addition to that, I think that at least one of the top 4 teams drivers will finish outside the top 10 in
I
points.
think we
So
have this
one of
twice
the
so
drivers
far
who
this year,
finished
which then
did
builds
season
on
2 won the top
to
4 teams
the next couple of bits.
outside of that top 10.
I could
in
easily
terms of drivers' points.
end up having this whole
I think
swathe of 5 predictions coming
a couple
true
of drivers were on
this
the cusp of doing that
batch of
last
5.
season. I think the champion's teammate will not be in the top 3 in the
Because
season
Norbanato, bless
season.
him, is in 19th right now.
I also think that as a result, the champions team won't do the double.
And this aren't trending that way right now
And
either.
here's my last one for talking about these championship implications. I think the new world champion for season 11 will be a new world champion.
And we're currently
Maybe
having that with
someone like
Roland.
Evans or Cassidy.
Oh, I put Jag stock so high. They've had an awful start to the season. They're trending up now, aren't they?
Score.
They are trending this way. They're at 18 out of 23.
13 point scores, which is the same as last year.
I'm going to have to
Even if they score less
pause
points.
for this one because that 13, that was their manufacturer's scores. Not their team scores. And I kind of conflated the two. They got 4 team scores last year, I think, or 5. They did that 5 in the first 3 races. In the same kind of way that they had done in Season 10. In Season 10, I think they got a double score, a single score, and a double score in back-to-back-to-back races. They did that in the first 3 races of the season. They have gotten 13 manufacturer scores so far. I think 12 team scores. So I would say they've already got that one as well.
I think there will be 3 or less races in which the home team wins. So last year I thought there would be 3.
We haven't had any so far.
exactly.
That might change in Tokyo with
And
Oliver
there was only
Rowland.
Porsche winning 1 race in Tempelhof. So 3 or less this time around.
It's hard to rule out a German
I think
team
there'll be
winning a
at least 25
Tempelhof.
different
Like
drivers.
Porsche have been generally quite
I
good
think
there.
Van
That one I
Dorn
don't think is
and
going to
Gunter,
happen.
They swapped teams with Stellantis, so
That is not happening right now. Gunter is ahead of Van Dorn. I think they're 2 places apart in the standings though, so it could turn around.
I think at least 1 champion will retire at the end of the season.
I
I think at
This
least
is
1
the
excellent
driver
one
prediction,
driver will
so
join the series.
I can't really say anything right now.
And these are ones that are supposed to be the end of the season, but could happen mid-season. I think we'll have one F2 graduate will go to FE. I think we'll have one FE driver replaced mid-season outside of Le Mans. So, like how Sam Bird was injured and replaced by Taylor Barnard.
The opposite's happened, and Fairline's got across to Weck this weekend just gone.
Has not been on the grid this season will return to the grid for season 12. For my last 5 predictions, I'm going to do things about the calendar. I think there'll be more races on the season 12 calendar. I think there'll be more locations. I think.
Oh wow, I was really tight in this one. I apologise if you ever ended up watching this at the time.
I have a strong feeling that that one's pretty much locked in. I think at least one track will change configuration, either for season 11 it hasn't been announced yet, or will be announced for season 12. I think at least of one of those previous 2 predictions will lead to 4 or more driver complaints. So
now, will the FIA censure them if they do that?
Hasn't been confirmed yet, and drivers have already been complaining about that idea. But if it is Silverstone, I'll only count it if the complaints happen.
I made this so much trickier for myself, didn't I? But either way, that is a relatively good score. I think I've already got, something like 8 locked in, with a 13 provisionally done. So it's trending up. Maybe I'll do better this season. Either way, thanks for watching, folks. Till next time. Bye for now.